Hi, it's Cathy with inkingitupwithcathy.com, and today I am bringing to you another one of these cute little impossible cards. And let me tell you what you need to get started with this. For inks, I'll be using Memento ink, Mossy Meadow, and Fresh Fig. That will be retiring at the end of May, and also Petal Pink. I'm using the Butterfly Gala stamp set, the Itty Bitty Birthday stamp set, and I'm using the It's Your Day. Both of those stamp sets will be carrying over into the new catalog, but the Best Bunny stamp set will not. And I am using the Happy Birthday to You from that. For papers, I have a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 Sahara Sand. I have a Whisper White piece that measures about 2 inches by 3 inches, I think. Let's see. No, that's 4 inches. Okay, so 3 inches by 4 inches. I had a scrap piece that I had stamped these two on, and these are punched out with the 1 1/4 inch circle punch, which also is retiring. So grab that from my online store before it's gone. That's a great size. I just love that. And then I have two 1 3/8 inch scallop circle punches that were, this is Rich Razzleberry. I take that back. I'm sorry, that should be Fresh Fig. And then I have a piece from the Wonderful Romance Designer Series paper. This piece here measures 1 7/8 by 3 1/4 inches. And I have a piece of the double-sided adhesive in the same size and a piece of the white. And then I have a piece of the Petal Pink paper that is cut out using the die from the Petal Palette dies. And then finally, I have a piece of the Vellum DSP from the Wonderful Romance, and that measures 3 1/4 by 4, so 3 1/4 inches by 4. And I'm going to first show you how to cut these. Let me move everything out of the way. And I do have the measurements right here. And then I had posted back last year a card using this impossible card. And this is on my blog for that. And I believe it's April of 2018. But here you can see all of the measurements you need. So the first thing we'll do is cut the card itself. And I'm going to place my cardstock in and put it at the 1 inch mark here. And from the bottom, I am going to go up 2 1/8 inches. So just right there. I'm going to flip it over and again do the exact same thing. Up to 2 1/8. And then I'll flip it this direction, and I'm going to go here at 2 3/4. And again, I'm going to go up 2 1/8. Okay. Then I'm going to move my cutting blade out of the way so I don't accidentally use it. And if I put this at 2 1/8 this way, I'm going to score between this cut line and that cut line. Just like that. and that makes the cuts that we need for that. Now we'll get the vellum piece out, and I'm going to place it in, and I'm going to place it at the 3/4 of an inch. And I am going to cut down from the top. I'm going to cut down 2 1/8. Okay. And then I'm going to flip it around and do the same thing. I'm going to put it at 3/4 inch over here, and I'm going to come down 2 1/8. And when I was prepping for my class doing this, I laid this little washi tape down, and I knew exactly to draw down to that point. And that really helps. So that's what that little washi tape is there for. I'm now going to turn it, and I'm going to place this in here at, I'm going to line up this little cut here, which is right at about 2 1/4. And I'm going to start at this end and then just cut until I feel it hit the cut that's down here. So just about right there. And that will cut this one off. Need a little bit of, there we go. And then I'm going to move it over, and I'm going to go to 1 3/4 of an inch here and draw it down again and trim out this piece here. So now my 2 pieces are ready to go. On my instructions, I have a solid mat and then a DSP mat, but in this particular card, I'm only using this one here. We are not cutting this one. So to make one of these little cards is you just want to fold along that score line, both directions. And then you're literally going to, so if this is the front, you're just going to take this right-hand side and flip it backwards, just like that. And that's what makes the card. This piece will fasten down right here. And then this piece will fasten down right here, like that. Okay. Then for these pieces, sometimes the adhesive, if I use snail or something else, the adhesive sometimes will show through vellum. And so what I've done is I've taken the Sizzix adhesive sheets and made that be the same size as my vellum. And then that way the whole thing will have adhesive. These are going to be retiring. So if you love them as much as I do, you want to stock up before May, or I think it's June 2nd. I take that back, June 3rd. You want to stock up before then, although they may sell out, so you might want to get them even sooner. So I'm going to lay this down right over the top of it, just like that. And then I'm going to peel that backing away and place it right down on this Whisper White piece. And the reason I'm doing that is I don't want this Sahara sand to be my backing of this. I want it, the contrast much more than what that would be. So that's why I'm putting Whisper White behind it. So I'll place that on there just like that. And that will be here. Get some snail. Put my little happy birthdays onto the scallop pieces. And they're ready to go. So the only other thing, let me go ahead and secure these down a bit. And this one is busy enough with this, this vellum that I felt it was okay to be done with the snail. It doesn't show up. So that one goes inside here, back here. And this will go up right here. Okay. So then what I did was stamped my butterflies from Butterfly Gala in Memento ink on Whisper White. And I'm going to start with the Petal Pink ink and a dauber. And I'm just going to color right down the center of them. Just like that. Super easy. Okay. I'm then going to take my Fresh Fig ink and a dauber, and I'm going to come off the side here just and then come in. And do the outside edge. But I don't want to go in too far so that the petal pink totally disappears. And the reason I'm starting over here, see all those little dots? You won't get that. It'll be a nice smooth texture as long as if you place your sponge down onto the paper and then go over from there. So finish up this one, and you actually only need the 2 large ones and then 1 small one. But I figured might as well do both, and maybe I'll put him onto my envelope in the corner. That would be real cute. Give a sneak peek of what they're going to receive inside the card. But once you've got your coloring done, you're going to punch it out with the butterfly punch. And this is back in stock and is orderable now, which is wonderful. It was so extremely popular. Okay, I need to trim off a little bit down here because it won't go in the punch deep enough. So I'm going to cut that off just like that. There we go. Now the only other thing we need to do is we need to take this piece here and attach it. And the best way to do that is to get your silicone mat and a little bit of the liquid glue and put a little bit of liquid glue down and kind of spread it so it's thinned like that. Now we're going to be placing this down like this, and as you can see, I don't want glue behind this part. I just want over here and over here. So I'm just going to place that in and just kind of wiggle it around just a little bit, and I'll wiggle that one around just a little bit. And I can even just kind of tap it just a tiny bit to make sure that I don't have any extra glue. I'm going to place this down here on my card. Get that kind of straight. And then I'll grab some dimensionals and put all of these pieces with dimensionals. go. So we've got these two and 2 butterflies. So the It's Your Day is going to go here in the corner. And one of the butterflies, and I'm going to kind of bend him to give him some shape, will go down here. And then Happy Birthday to You will go right here. And again, one of the big butterflies with some dimension will go here. And then this little one will go up here. Now, a word of caution, you don't want him sticking up over the top of your card here, otherwise he will not fit in your envelope. So make sure that he stays down below that line, okay? So there is your little birthday gala impossible card. Hope you enjoyed that.